A moving train has rammed into a truck loaded with animal feed in Fagba area of Lagos. Eyewitnesses say the impatient truck driver, on sighting the train, quickly drove through the rail tracks and collided with the train. Our correspondent Abimbola Agbebi is at the scene of the incident and he joins us live for more details. Bimbo, what more can you tell us about this incident and what actually led to it?
Yes, the incident happened in the early hours of Monday morning at about 6:30 a.m. According to eyewitnesses, a moving truck with the number AAA721XC was said to have collided with a moving train. Of course, while the train was moving, the train also in the process ended up crushing a tricycle in its parts. And according to eyewitnesses that were here when it happened, what we were being told earlier is that the driver of the truck was actually impatient, and in the process, while he was trying to get to the other side of the road, of the rail track, he ended up colliding with the moving train. Now, I have with me the DG of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, who, of course, came here moments after this accident happened. Of course, he's going to tell us what he saw here when he got on site. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we met your men here earlier, and you guys have been busy trying to, move the truck that was involved in the accident off the way in order to avoid further accidents. What did you see at the moment when you go here?
If you look at the incident, it was due to recklessness and carelessness on the part of the driver of the articulated vehicle. The incident occurred around 6:45 a.m. while the articulated vehicle were applying one way, despite the fact that at this junction you can see that the government has put signage on the road. The gentleman was driving on one way, and with that it collided with the moving train, and it led to the fact that the articulated vehicle fell on the tricyclic Mawa. But immediately we are informed, we activated our emergency response plan. All the key stakeholders moved to the scene. We are able to rescue the driver of the tricyclic, and we are able to prevent further disaster. And you can see that we are now clearing the way. We have overturned the articulated vehicle. We are taking it to the police station, and where we are going to carry out holistic investigations, and the culprit will definitely be punished.
Okay, while it was clear to everyone that the truck driver was impatient from the story we heard, how safe do you think the railway corridor is? I mean, having the rail track here, the rail corridor, and then having motorists, of course, have been driving through this rail track. How safe are motorists? We are putting aside the fact that the truck driver was impatient, but then how safe is this railway corridor?
It's not the fact that the driver was impatient enough. The driver violated the rules and regulations by applying a one way. This place is safe if you keep to the rules. We have signage in there. We have the people from the railway that man this place. We have the neighborhood that man this place. We have the police enforcement that man this place. If not due to the recklessness, we will not have this kind of situation.
Thank you so much. That's how much we can take from you. Of course, you've heard from the DG of LASEMA there talking about the recklessness of the truck driver involved in this accident. But then I have the rider of the tricycle who, of course, saw the train, he saw the accident, coming, and was able to get out of the tricycle. Of course, he got out of the tricycle unscathed. But then let's hear from him. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Okay, so what did you see, or how did it happen? You were there.
I was there this morning around 6:30 a.m. They stopped those car coming from this side because train was coming. Then I was coming from the other side, and I stopped for the train. So this big truck was passing one way. As I was coming from one way, they are stopping him. He didn't stop. So it was that train that hit that trailer. Then as I see that trailer wants to fall on me, I had to leave my tricycle and run away. That was what happened.
It came out of it.
Yes, sir.
What is the condition of your tricycle, of course?
It was damaged, completely damaged.
All right, you've heard from the rider of the tricycle there. You can see behind me, recovery work is still going on by the men of the Lagos, by the men of the emergency management agency, trying to move the truck involved in the accident of the way. Of course, the truck, I forgot to tell you, was loaded with animal feed, and it had its content, of course, poured everywhere. Now, earlier when we came here, of course, the accidents on motorists in this axis where there was a complete stalemate in this area. There was a huge traffic. Motorists had to wait for the place to be cleared off. But then as we speak, there's some kind of free flow of traffic as we speak. Vehicles are moving slowly, not as fast as they would have loved to move, but then they are moving slowly. So far, that's the updates we have from here. No life lost, no casualty. And then, of course, the recovery work is still going on here in Fagba area of Lagos.